In Manila, Novi Sad Al-Wada swept away all before them and with Manila North qualified for the World Tour final. Now FIBA 3x3 basketball is back in Europe. The boy from Belgrade proves to be the king of the crossover. We check out the smooth moves from Duncan Dimitri Krivenko, make time to meet the Greek-American with the French connection, and check out the upsets and surprises from Prague on the road to Abu Dhabi. The race to the 2015 World Tour final in Abu Dhabi continues as we move to the Czech Republic. Picturesque Prague is the second of 6 Masters events where teams battle for a $10,000 check and the chance of a place in the World Tour final. The iconic Wenceslas Square plays host to the sport that has its roots in the parks and streets, playing on half a court with one hoop over a 10-minute period or to 21 points with a 12-second shot clock. It's urban, it's fun, it's FIBA 3x3, and we love it. Nice move. Day 1 began with an upset in the very first game when the top seeds Novi Sad Al-Wada were beaten by the number 8 seeds from Leningrad 15-9. The number 1 outfit redeemed themselves later with a 21-17 win over the Czechs from Ostrava to progress to the quarterfinals. The most hard-fought action came in Pools C and D, where all 6 teams recorded 1 victory apiece. First, the number 4 seeds from Belgrade were upset 11-10 by the 5th seeds from Amsterdam, and then the 11th seeded Greeks from Sikiko beat the Slovenian 3rd seeds from Kranja by the narrowest of margins, 21-20. So, in Pool A, number 1 seeds Novi Sad Al-Wada had to settle for 2nd spot behind the Russians from Leningrad. In Pool B, 2nd seeds Trabovlia led the way ahead of the Serbian 7th seeds UB. With 1 victory apiece, Pool C was decided on points scored, where the Greek team of Sikiko missed out by a single point. And a similar story in Pool D, Paris topping the standings ahead of Belgrade, with Amsterdam missing out by just 2 points. From a strong sporting family, Dragan Bjelica was a product of Red Star Belgrade's youth teams, is already a streetball legend in Belgrade, and is pleased to be part of the Prague Masters.
I'm really happy because we're training a lot. We play so many hard tournaments, and this is some kind of top of a season. To come here, and I feel special because of that. Here's the best teams in the Europe, and for us, we are so motivated here. Novi Sad, they are greatest team in the world now. Our friends, but we have a motive against them. I was watching Manila, beautiful ambient, beautiful. So many people was watching good teams, but I think that not this like in Prague.
In the quarterfinals, Bjelica's 4th-seeded Belgrade were up against the 8th-seeded Russians from Leningrad. Mr. Crossover top scored with 9 points to ensure a nail-biting overtime victory, 16-15.
Maybe I look like a girl, but I'm playing like a soldier, and all my teammates playing like a soldiers.
The number 3 seeds of Kranja recorded a runaway victory over the Serbians of UB, 9 points the margin, 6 of them from Mensud Julevic.
It's a knockout phase. You're not allowed to make mistakes. So we were patient, hard defense, and we took the game where we wanted.
Then the upset started. First, the Polish number 6 seeds of Koloszbreg scored a stunning 16-12 victory over the 2nd-seeded Slovenians from Trabovlia, before the 12th seeds from Paris beat the number 1 team in the world, Novi Sad Al-Wada. Here's how they pulled off the 18-16 win.
We still had control of the game. We managed to not give them 3-point shots, and that was the key against Novi Sad. You can't give them open threes because they will knock them down. We forced them to drive and drive and drive, and that was the key matchup for us.
In the Head and Shoulders shootout, one player per team enters the qualifying round, with the top 4 going through to the finals. Here, players shoot racks of 5 balls worth 1 point each from 3 different spots behind the arc, then 1 rack of 3 2-point money balls from the end line against a 60-second shot clock. When Szymon Raduc of Kolosbreg came to the line, he knew 9 was the score to beat.
He's always hit 2 in succession. Oh my goodness, he's hot on the heels of Pavlov. 8 points with the money balls to come. Drains it! Job done! 8 points plus the money ball. There's still 1 money ball with 6 seconds on the clock, and just to make sure, Szymon Raduc. A case of saving the best for last.
Szymon Raduc scores a dozen, which no one else could match, and he takes first prize. On to the Final 4, where the teams that had beaten the top 2 seeds, Kolosbreg and Paris, would face each other in the second semi, but first the top 2 remaining seeds would battle for their place in the final. Number 3 ranked Kranja from Slovenia, who finished 3rd in the 2014 World Tour Final, were led by Boris Yurtsin, along with Jaka Hladnik, Mensud Julovic, and Jure Urchin. The number 4 seeds from Belgrade featured Dragan Belica, Marko Markovic, Nebojša Bošković, and Alexander Solujic. This started as a cagey affair, a physical game with some unique moves that turned into a grandstand finish. Kranja in black hold a narrow 3-point advantage approaching the final 2 minutes.
Urchin finding Yashin, who extends the lead of Kranj to 4. But again, look how close to the hoop Bjelica's able to get. Muscles that one home. He walked his man back all the way beneath the hoop and converted the ensuing layup. Belgrade 8, Kran 11, 1 minute 40 remaining. Rebound secured by Belgrade. Bošković for 2, front rim, back into the hands of Bošković. He's posting up Julovic, spins baseline, Baby Barkley. Trying to offload, but only into the hands of Yashin. Inside to Urchin, and gets the shot. Now it's an opportunity for an and one. Terrific play from the Ironman to extend Kranj's lead further. So 1 free throw to come. Unable to complete the 2-point play, but Kran in a really strong position. A little more than a minute left. Bjelica into the lane, and now he's finding the range because that's basket interference. Knocked out of the cylinder from beneath by Kran. And after having his shooting struggles early, Belgrade's Bjelica showing he's a true competitor by continuing to fire away. He pulls down the board, clears the arc, and with a minute exactly remaining, Belgrade trailing by 3, goes to the baby hook once more. What a follow-up and what a finish. Marko Markovic with a delicate touch around the hoop, securing that offensive rebound and sticking it home. Oh, muscle play in the low post by the vastly experienced veteran, Jure Urchin. Back inside to Bjelica, back and forth scoring. Yashin, nice his way to the hole, gets the hoop, makes the hit, and will now go to the charity stripe for the opportunity to add 1 more. Big basket scored by Boris Yashin. Took the contact. So 7 fouls committed now, so it's 2 free throws for Belgrade. Every subsequent foul committed by Belgrade will send Kran to the line for 2 shots. Beautiful finish by Bjelica. They remain in touching distance. Belgrade 12, Kran 15, but less than 20 seconds to go. 4 seconds on this shot clock. Doesn't fall. Belgrade need 2 pointers here. Bjelica keeps the dribble. They're trailing by 3, gets to the hoop for an uncontested layup, but it's not enough. Now they need a steal. There's the intentional foul. Not an unsportsmanlike one, but because they are over 7 on the foul count, Yashin will go to the free throw line for 2 shots for Kran, who currently lead by 2. He could put this game on ice here, but he's missed the first. If he doesn't get this second, there'll be an opportunity for Belgrade to force overtime with a successful 2. So this free throw, absolutely crucial. Can't make it. Bielica clears the arc, but loses the handle. Salujic fires for 2, doesn't draw Ryan, and we have a winner in this first semi-final, and it is Kran. The tournament number 3 seeds have booked their place not only in the final, but in the World Tour Finals in Abu Dhabi later this year by prevailing 15 points to 13.
Among the more cosmopolitan characters on the 3x3 World Tour is the man who speaks with an American accent, has a Greek name from his father, but grew up in France. Meet Angelo Sagarakis.
I played in France in a club named Poissy until I was 17. I finished my high school education in France, and at 18 years old I flew out to the United States, where I spent 6 years. That's why my English doesn't sound French. And I returned to France in April 2008 and started playing professional ever since.
Having played 5-on-5 extensively, Angelo has adapted quickly to 3x3.
The Bulls and the Lakers became famous using the triangle offense, because anything that deals with the game usually involves 3 players. You're going to have a lot of situations involving 2 players directly, pick and roll situations, but based on what the defense does, there's always a 3rd guy involved. And if there's defensive help coming into play on two guys, it's going to be help the helper. The 3rd guy comes in again. So anything dealing with 3-on-3 is truly interlinked with 5-on-5. So it was just a small adjustment to make to feel comfortable with 3-on-3 basketball. The Prague Masters is known to be one of the toughest spots in the World Tour process. So one game at a time. The first round goes very quick. It's only 2 games. So within 2 hours, you already know whether you want to make it to the next round or not.
And Angelo led his Paris team that had knocked out Novi Sad Al-Wada against the Giant Killers of Kowabzeg in the second semifinal. 12th-seeded Paris featured the 4 Frenchmen, led by Sagarakis, along with Kevin Corre, Abdoulaye Loum, and The Undertaker, Charles Blanchard. Poland's Kowabzeg had the talents of Piotr Renkil, along with Szymon, Kamil, and Przemysław, the 3 Raduc brothers. As we join the action, Paris in black hold a 5-point advantage inside the final 3 minutes.
Step back 2 from Sagarakis. Dead-eye shooting from the maestro of the point guard position. Now they go inside to Big P, and he gets to turn around to fall in the face of tough defense from Kevin Cole. Abdoulaye Loum offloads to Sagarakis, who pulls up for 2 once again, short on that occasion. But his offensive contribution has really changed the complexion of this game. Up strong and a throwdown. Szymon Raduc faked the shot, drove the lane, and hammered it home to make it a 4-point game. Kowabzeg 11, Paris 15, with little more than 2 minutes to play in this second semi-final. Sagarakis breaking ankles on the perimeter, goes to the spin move, can't get a left-handed layup to fall. Raduc, 2-pointer, long on the shot. So Sagarakis slowing it down. Loum was looking for the loop. He and Sagarakis couldn't connect. But it's Paris who are in a strong position here. There was the throwdown. Kevin Core was late on the rotation. Close to put up in the lane. Whistle on the play. 17 fouls committed by Paris now, and this is the way for Kowabzeg to get back into the game. 2 free throws. Szymon Raduc makes the first. Perfect on that trip to the line, and we have a 1-possession game. Kowabzeg 13, Paris 15, 1 minute 40 remaining. Sagarakis gets into the lane, goes to the spin. The fadeaway jump shot is good. Terrific play by Angelo Sagarakis. Simone Ruduk answers, slicing and slithering his way to the hoop. It is still a one-possession game. Kolobjeg 14, Paris 16, 1 minute 17 remaining. Shot clock is at 5, they go inside to Call. Wraparound pass finds Loom, who fires for 2. Rim shot, rebound, pulled down by Big P. Ruduk goes baseline, Simone Ruduk offloads, Camille Ruduk fakes the shot, Simone Ruduk for 3. And drains it. I said 3, it's of course 2, and then Abdoulaye Loom turns the ball over. We are tied at 16 points apiece. Terrific ball movement from Kolobjeg on that previous offense, and look at that error in execution from Abdoulaye Loom. Toss the outlet pass away, and that is why Kolobjeg have possession. Big P for 2. Simone Ruduk on the chase for it. It's in the hands of Zagarakis, who fires from long. Can't find the range. And so we have a tied game. 16 points apiece with 40 seconds to go. Simone Ruduk pulls the trigger and finds the bottom of the basket. Simone Ruduk breaks the deadlock. Kolobjeg lead by 2. Kevin Core tries to respond in kind, but could only produce an air ball. Simone Ruduk is the long-range shooting king here in Prague, and look at how much time and room he had. Breakdown in communication between the Parisian team. Picks up his dribble. Nate Renkiel goes up strong, lots of contact, no foul. As Pietro Renkiel couldn't get the layup to fall. Pokes it free from Blanchard. So we have 9 seconds remaining. Paris trailing by 2. Angelo Zagarakis met by Big P. He's picked up his dribble, he needs an outlet. They give it back to Zagarakis, gets inside, Core fires for 2, and it is no good. At the conclusion of a terrific second semi-final, Kolobjeg have prevailed over Paris by...
And before the final, time to entertain the crowd with the dunk contest. Dmitry "Smooth" Krivenko from Ukraine was in Prague, and apart from working as a pro dunker, he also has ambitions to excel as a freestyler.
Freestyle just helped me to improve my hand quickness. Yeah, that's why I can do my between the leg dunk very, very quickly. Sometimes people telling me that they didn't even see that I put it in between the legs, because it was so quick. Because still my dream is to do under both legs dunk. I mean, between one leg and then between another. So that's my dream. My first move was the spinning the basketball and going around my hand. It was just dead. I was super proud of it because I couldn't do it for a month. So I was trying to do it for a month, and then I finally did it. I was super happy. The move which I created was like spinning the basketball, do a handstand, and throwing the ball through the legs up and catching the spinning basketball. That was my move that I'm still proud of it.
And in the street sport line dunk contest, Dmitry was up against Poland's Arek Shibilisk. Dunkers have 3 attempts to make a jam, which is marked out of 10 by 3 judges. Best aggregate score wins. With their first dunks, both men scored well, just a point between them. Krivenko leading 28-27. The second attempts were to prove decisive.
The first round dunk. Well, that was terrific. Here's the second effort. Oh my goodness! Krivenko, like what he just executed there, tens across the board after a sensational throwdown. Shibilisti looking for inspiration and encouragement from the crowd once more. Clock ticking down. No, not enough rise. So an abortive dunk attempt on that second effort. Red flags across the board.
That failure meant 0 points for Shibilisk and handed victory to Krivenko if he could record a third successful dunk.
Toss behind the head, and there it's executed wonderfully. A high five of congratulations. 29 on that occasion. from the judging panel. And the professional dunker came to the party in the final.
And a near perfect finish for Kravenka. The final of the Prague Masters featured the giant killers and 6 seeds from Poland, Kłobrzeg, who had accounted for both Paris and Trebovlia, against the number 3 seed, Slovenia's Kronia, with both teams assured of a place in the season-ending World Tour Finals in Abu Dhabi. As we join the action, Kronia in orange have a single-point lead inside 7 minutes remaining.
Renkiel keeps it himself, has it taken away on the rejection by Yashin. Ergin goes up strong, lots of contact over the outstretched arm of Renkiel. Renkiel gets free, and if he'd have got loose all the way to the hoop, we could have seen a spectacular dunk there because he possesses some springs. Shot clock is down to 1, taken away by Ergin. Inside to Yashin. Yashin gets a spectacular right-handed shot to fall. It gives Kran a 3-point lead. As Kamil Ruduk tries to answer, Julevic makes the rebound his. Takes it straight back into the teeth of the defense, gets the shot away, but can't find the roll. So Kran out to an early advantage here. Free throw drained. Kłobrzeg being doubled up. Kran 8, Kłobrzeg 4. Simon Ruduk steps into 2-point territory. Short on the shot, gets his own rebound, fakes the long 2. Now what's the call? Foul is being called. Checking into the game is Jaka Chladnik. Simon Ruduk go to the circus shot after the contact. Clean up duty once again for Przemysław Ruduk. Wonderful offensive board. Julevic came down with the second one. Crashing the boards hard are Kran. So Mensur Julevic to the free throw line. Looking to extend this lead enjoyed by Kran. And does so. Perfect on the trip to the stripe, 1 for 1. Kran 9, Kłobrzeg 5. 5 minutes, 27 remaining. Renkiel not happy with that call. He felt he was fouled while he was on the court. The referee saying otherwise. And Big Pete coming in just to cool his teammate down. Chladnik offloads to Julevic. Bottoms it. Wonderful team 3x3 basketball here.
That 6-point lead was to prove to be too much for the tiring Poles, and when the Iron Man, Yuri Urchin, scored this 2-pointer, the writing was on the wall.
Inside the final minute, Ergin fires for a long 2. Simon Ruduk cleans up the offensive board, dumps it inside to Przemysław, who goes to the power dribble and gets the layup to fall off the nice post move. The drop step was effective. Skip pass is broken up by Kamil Ruduk. He's looking for Simone, instead he puts it down into the low post. Spinning away and going to work with the left hand with Big P, gets his own board again, and his persistence rewarded. Simon Ruduk hustling hard to keep it alive. Streaking to the whole back door with Jure Ergin. And in the closing seconds, the 2-pointer from Kamil Ruduk is long. And the final score, after 10 minutes of play between Kran and Kłobrzeg in the 3x3 final here in Prague. The scoreline 18 points to 11 in favor of the tournament number 3 seeds. A comprehensive victory, and that is why they are bouncing in celebration.
And we round out the Prague Masters with our top 5 plays. At 5, a rim-shaking dunk from Abdoulaye Loum of Paris against Novi Sad Al-Wada. Number 4, a killer crossover from Dusan Dumovic Bulut for Novi Sad Al-Wada against Ostrava. At 3, a monster block by Kevin Corre for Paris against Amsterdam. Number 2 is a textbook ankle breaker from Dragan Bjelica. And the number one play is a filthy alley-oop from who else? Abdoulaye Loum of Paris against Belgrade. So Kranja and Kowabzeg are on their way to Abu Dhabi, and we now look east. The Beijing Masters is next up as the FIBA 3x3 World Tour rolls on.